public alley 421. Let's explore what it has to offer. I feel like this alley is more narrow than the previous one. There's less room and less light. It's a little bit further away from Newbury Street, so it may not be, the people who build those houses may be less rich, but I don't want to make any judgment right now. Let's just explore it first. Wow, those balconies like different than anywhere else. They're like quarter of the circle. Yeah, they have this kind of Italian kind of look. I see the same kind of structures in the north end, Italian north end. So yeah, maybe they just borrowed ideas from each other, or they had the same architect, or the people who build those places. Oh, look at that tower, or like the corner of the building. It's almost like hanging in the air. Has not much support. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, I need a rubber neck, seriously, to give you better quality video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 floors. And most of those buildings actually, they are built in a saggy, wet terrain. So what they did, they put like logs, tree trunks in the ground as a support. So those tree trunks are in the wet, and because they are covered by water, they don't decay, and they provide the support for the buildings. Yeah, if the sea level rises, this entire will be probably underwater, this entire place. 1 or 2 feet of water, if the global warming predictions come true. I'm not sure. Look at this tiny balcony. It's like a baby balcony, tiny door. Yeah, this is like a roof deck up there. You see the roof deck? And over there the same thing. So the roofs are flat. People are growing some plants there in that area. The plants provide shade and protect them from the eyes of the neighbors. Private garden. Maybe we can look into this. Oh yeah, got lucky. Very quiet oasis in the busy center of the big city. Somebody is doing photography over there, so I'm not the only person to appreciate. See the vines reaching almost the top. So yeah, the entire scenery changes with the light. Light is very important here. Depends on what time of the day you come here, what part of the time or what season. This place will look completely different. What are you guys filming?
Yeah, so we're with CBS News. So this fire 50 years ago next week.
There was a fire here?
There was a fire here 50 years ago, and there was a fire escape. You see like that very top AC unit there?
Yeah.
There was a fire escape there, and a woman and child were on that fire escape, and it collapsed.
Alright.
And there was a photographer standing right about here.
You took a picture of them?
He took a picture of them as they were falling.
No way.
And it became this very popular famous image. He won a Pulitzer Prize. And see if I can show you the photo.
And you still remember about it 50 years later?
So yes, so there's a law here in Boston. I don't know how long. I mean, you grew up in Boston?
No.
So here in Boston, there's a law that says every 5 years, fire escapes need to be inspected for safety.
Oh, I see.
And it happened. That law exists because of what happened here.
Oh, so that started the entire change in the law.
Here's the.
I love the fire escapes here. Everyone looks different. No they were just jumping to their death. Did they die?
They did, yeah. She did. She did not. She survived.
Okay.
But yeah,
that's crazy. What a coincidence to be at the right time, right place.
Exactly.
Take the
That's
picture.
why it's such a famous photo, and so, you know,
I'm so lucky to be here right now because I'm kind of exploring this like alleys,
yeah,
the back streets of Back Bay, and I run into you guys. What are the chances?
It's crazy, right? So yeah, I mean, so we're telling the story of the photographer who took the photo is still alive.
Do you work for the television?
He worked for the newspaper.
Newspaper. Oh, I see.
And he was here this morning with us.
That is.
And he told us the story of.
That is insane.
I mean,
I feel like
this
is not a coincidence. Something brought me here.
Maybe.
To meet you guys.
So yeah, we're just shooting some footage right now. But you know, this hopefully should.
So the fire escapes were not popular back then, and they became mandatory. Or they were like.
Well, I mean, they were very common. You know, fire escapes. Everyone had one. They'd been there probably since the 30s or before that. But they weren't checked.
Enforced. Oh, they weren't checked
to see if they were kept well.
Oh, right.
So unfortunately that day,
I got you. So where's the fire escape for them now?
So this is all like new. There's no more like the fire escape that was there is no longer there.
Right.
And this is all new.
Right. Man, thank you for telling me all this.
Yeah. No problem. So,
I just appreciate every fire escape looks so different. Sometimes they're like a spiral shape.
Yes.
Sometimes they're just cheaper, like a version.
Sorry. Yeah. So fire escape safety is it started here.
I'm trying to learn the history of this place, but exploring it.
You want me to push to the window? Yeah, the window.
Gentlemen,
or to the area.
Thank you.
To the area.
Yeah, no,
and
have a good one.
Have a good one. Thank you. Yeah, what are the chances? So this is where it all started. They changed the law after the fire and the death of one person. See those fire escapes? See that area over there? That's even Very kind of surrounded by the walls. Not much light here, so the windows don't provide really much sunlight.
Because the thing is, I love the line.
Very dark. Oh my gosh, there's no sunlight here at all. But people have windows. The windows to see what? To see your neighbor taking shower. Or maybe worse. Look at this room. It's like curved windows, and they're kind of composite. They are not even like from one piece of glass. Looks like they are kind of pieced together from a smaller fragments. Another example of that protrusion room. We need to make room for the car. Range Rover. That tells you what kind of people live here. Mucho money. Mucho dinero. Yeah, this looks so medieval. They just try to crawl a little bit more extra space, expand their living space. Audi. And what was that? Two Audis. Somebody likes German cars. Audis and Mercedes, BMWs. So yeah, usually, according to my observations, Mercedes and BMWs are driven usually by people from some poor countries, like or Afro-Americans, like those kind of cars. Latino people like reliable, cheap cars like Toyotas and Hondas. And Chinese and Indians, they have this like an inferiority complex, so they like to buy Teslas. They want to look cool. Every ethnicity has its own favorite car. So I drive Toyota Prius. That makes me closer to the Latino probably culture. I would never drive Tesla. Yeah, so some of the rooms have this like a hexagonal symmetry, or this one is like round shaped, but the windows are not curved. They're just, the panels are just flat. I'm wondering if those are round shaped window panels are more expensive. They're where do you buy them actually? It's probably not easy to make those. They may be custom made or something. See the composite window over there? It's like in a medieval Europe. Of course, today you see the AC. People use technology, modern technology, to make their life more bearable in this climate. Yeah, this looks like a stable, horse stable. Yeah, some of the people probably they had like carriages drawn by horses back in the day. So I bet this was probably stable 100 years ago or so. Yeah, this one has more space, open space. Hey, ¿cómo está? I'm kind of profiling people, trying to guess where they're from based on their looks. So I can use the appropriate language. Look at this, like round shapes. Looks like there are 4 columns here. Even the fire escape had to change its geometry to stick to that wall. So they all customized. Look at that one, that fire escape. Same thing. First it's like straight, then it's round shaped to accommodate the curvature of the wall, and they had to build like supports. Those beams support the fire escape. Oh, very dark space, but I love this. You see the fire escape from the top window goes to the kind of deck, and then all the way down to the ground level. Sometimes you can find interesting objects here. People move out and they throw away a lot of stuff, especially during the autumn Christmas, the last days of August and first days of September. People throw away so much stuff it's hard to believe. Food, furniture, clothes, anything you might need. Looks like this area values more like parking space. Yeah, when I see the license plates, always brings to my mind some kind of abbreviations, like PLA stands for polylactic acid. I don't know, this is like chemistry kind of perversion. Always try to find some hidden kind of message, hidden sense. Sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it takes me more time. See the roof decks? Oh, I would love to live in one of those houses, but probably the spaces are kind of narrow. Abandoned bicycle. Yeah, more shade. Thank you for the shade and for the wind. You see, this fire escape is accommodated to the hexagonal geometry of that wall, and they run on every floor, on the top floor and every floor below, so you can actually escape from every window but not all of the buildings have this kind of design of fire escapes. Not every window, but maybe from every room. Maybe just one room. Every room has to have access to the escape, I believe. They were probably added after the original structure was constructed. Look at this one. There's like a beam that supports fire escapes on each of the sides. But how do you escape from there? Okay, so I guess you can move from one room to the other room, but there are no stairs that lead you down. Yeah. So sometimes they allow you to walk downstairs, but sometimes they just let you move from one room. Like here, for example, you can just move between the rooms. So you can, from this side, you can walk all the way to that side. And assuming the fire is in this building, you can escape to a building that has not been engulfed in flames. Sometimes they're combined with the balcony. Yeah, this one is very, very dark. I feel like it's like in Hong Kong or somewhere, someplace like that, where they had this. They used to have that mega building where like 100,000 people lived in just one mega structure that has been torn down recently.